Alright, welcome back to Black Lodge Trivia Night. This is Art, and we are continuing our Dark Souls 3 run. We've made it a good chunk of the way through. I don't know what episode, quote-unquote, this is going to be, but we are basically left to tackle the DLC, content, and the endgame. And we're starting with the Ashes of Ariandel. Again, if you remember, this was all meant to be like sort of a synergy kind of playthrough, because Matt in Cymberum, our Cymberum game, was using a little bit of this lore as inspiration. So I thought it'd be worth it to play through a little bit. It's been a while since I played, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, the recording schedules are always very different, as I've said, than the rate at which these things go up. And so I'm sort of getting my sea legs back a little bit because I'm going to need it to get through some of what is coming. Now, I think last time I got past, like, the giant wolf. Probably died to the pack of wolves on a future attempt, but I got past the giant wolf, and then behind there was a structure with some Viking-looking giants. And in particular, there was one item I was trying to get, and I failed miserably at getting it. I don't want to deal with the wolves. One of those things where, like, if one of them, like, howls, the whole group comes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my souls. I don't know how many I actually left behind. Not a ton. We'll see if the wolves give up if I can get far enough away. Because, again, I don't care. But yeah, we got into sort of this destroyed town. Whoops. I don't know if that's going to summon the whole pack, or did I get it before? Does it have to get the whole owl out? Sticking with the Heavy Exile Greatsword at the moment, I have weapons that do more damage, but for the wolves, that sweep attack, because they can one-shot them, is a nice way to clear these things out. So yeah, let me see if I can take this guy on. I want to get inside that tower behind him. There's some items there on the ground. Not sure what this guy brings to the table, so I'm gonna play it a little safe. I'm rocking a pretty big shield, so I think I got my strength up to 50 when I had to, like, redo my character when I accidentally deleted my save, because I thought Dark Souls 3 used cloud saves. It does not, and I had to reformat my drive and reinstall Windows. So I don't know if we're in the clear. Probably not. It would help to get close to the tower. Nope, because there's another guy in there. Okay. Separate the wolf out at least. Feel like line of sight should be blocked. Oh, I thought he was down. Okay, let's See who we have left here. We got one more. See, we can pull it back a little bit and avoid some of what's going on with the artillery here. Okay, this is getting worse. What's also getting worse is that arrow didn't seem to damage the Viking. Which officially is known in Dark Souls circles as a bunch of horseshit. There we go. Okay. Hopefully we've got a bit of a more clear run to the tower at least. Now again, I thought I saw somebody inside the tower. I don't know if it got lured out with all my crazy running around like a madman. But we'll have to find out. Soul of a Weary Warrior is not quite as exciting as I was hoping, but I'll take it. I wonder if I can... A little bit. Too greedy. There we go. Nice. A lot of work for a Titanite shard at this late stage of the game. I don't know if that's trolling or if they really think that Titanite shards would be some value. I'm hoping I have extra white branches if this is another giant that I can... No, it's not. Woof. Not enough, not quite. What that also means is that anytime, if I have to come back here, it's not a one and done thing with a bow and arrow. That enemy will respawn and I will have to potentially deal with it again. So let's see if we can get through this without... Too many mistakes. Can I get around the outside? Captain's Ash, nice, that's always good. Let's see if we can get down. I mean, I'll take the Millwood Battle Axe. I'm never going to use it, I imagine, at this point in the game, but why not? Now, is there another... Oh shit, you know, this is the wrong weapon for trying to kill crystal lizards. Let's see if we can get this shot in. Nice, alright. As I say, somewhere around here is an angry Viking that needs to die. Maybe he's above? I mean, that's fine. If he's above and out of the picture, that's okay with me. Like, maybe he fell on a ledge that he can't really get off of. So the question is it worth... For the sake of thoroughness, is it worth dealing with the last dude and its wolf just to, one, say I did it, and two, in case there's like a spare large titanite shard laying on the ground that I need to get? I don't know if there is. I might just bail. Might not have a choice if I'm gonna aggro. Basically, I just want to see if there's anything inside the crumbled walls of this church. Not really. Okay, so let's get up the hill. Oh, son of a... Wow. This feels a little cheap. Feels very cheap. Alright, I think I'm not gonna... For some reason I thought that was the wolf that I already killed. Maybe there's a second one and I just didn't realize it. But, the downside, 12,000 souls are going to be gone. The upside is I just don't want to do that anymore. So let me, Nope, that's bad. A lot going on here, all but bad. You know, people talk about the Heavy Exile Greatsword having kind of short range. I feel like this isn't amazing either. Nice, at least we cleared a stage. It's always good. I want to backtrack a little bit just in case. I came down the hill, but is there anything off to the side, here we go, that I might have missed? Okay, so clearly there's another way in to this cave that I need to figure out, because you can, as you see, drop down. That means there's another path that I missed. Doesn't seem like it from here, but you know what? Maybe I... It's a little cheap. I apologize for the slight delay. I'm gonna rest back at this bonfire, get my health back up so I'm not blowing up Estus flask, and then we'll keep going. But now you're starting to see the painted world, right? I mean, the snow was always painted worldish, but now we've straight up got the bonfire, the bridge leading up to a church. Not the same church, but nice callback to something they showed you could do. A little earlier in the game. Now this area is a bit of a bear. It's a mix of... Oh shit, that might be it. Oh no. It's a mix of Ash Lake, the descent into Ash Lake, combined with the Anne Orlando Black Silver Knight shooting at you as you're trying to make your way around. There's a lot of a lot of stuff that's really tough to deal with. And I don't know if there's a way to... I think that bridge is going to be down for the count. Or maybe not. I thought it would be. Now, when we saw from the other side, you could see... I don't know if we can get to it. Like, there's a ladder there. Let's try this ladder. You definitely at one point want to climb down some of those branches, because there's some good stuff over there, I think. And honestly, that might be the only way to get all the way down to the bottom. This might not grant you a passage all the way to the base. Yeah, because eventually you're going to want to get down that ice floor, and at this point in the game, I don't know if the items on the branches are actually worth getting. Like, more Twinkling Titanite, does it actually mean anything? Large Titanite, again, does that actually mean anything? Not really. Sort of a debate, like, you know, 6 1 half dozen another. Does, you know, we're not one-shotting those soldiers regardless, so is the faster wide sweep of the curved exile sword better than the slightly more potent, but still not enough to get the job done, overhead chop of this axe? Now, in theory, this axe could... Does it pancake people? I'm not seeing that consistently. The curved exile sword obviously will not, but you can hit 2 at a time, 3 at a time. It'll help you clear the room a little bit. Interesting, right? I will say, these creatures always unnerved me. And it's sort of combining the two, these, like, half bird, half people, and then you combine it with these things, which are like half spider, half... And it just, all of it. I don't have anything cohesive to say except, all of it. You know, it's not that they can't do damage to you, but just the way they struggle, like, these things are clearly not meant to thrive or survive in the wild. Like, it's just cast-off experiment that has not worked in the least. You know, in the Dark Souls painted world, you get those half-crow guards. How did I screw that up? And so, and maybe on some level, that's what these are. These are the abominations that didn't successfully turn into those crow guards. So again, it's not like a defenseless mercy killing, but is it some kind of mercy killing? Like... You know, this is sort of giving little hints of... Oh, man. Caelid? Is that the area in Elden Ring that sort of gets like these weird, gross, red... almost like pox on the environment? Sort of like the land itself has been infected. Here it looks more like just a egg-ridden fungus. Here's maybe a more advanced form of what they were supposed to turn into. These guys, I remember being kind of hard. They're a little tricky as he eviscerates me completely. Okay, let's let's try that again. So the way we're going is the main path. I don't know if it all ends up at that church, but because you sort of go through that little bit of a town and then you work your way up. So, you know, maybe it all ends up in the same place and that's just a shortcut later on when we end up needing a shortcut later on, which we almost certainly will. But, yeah, let's see how we're doing. A little bit of the approach there that you get in Witches of Izalith dropped into this snow area. I think I am good going that way, but can I skip over to this part and get closer to where I died? Apparently not. I don't actually know what they drop. Dung pile, not super handy. It's not just their design, that piercing shriek is meant to have that sort of nails on a chalkboard feel. I don't know if it's hitting you that way, but it definitely hits me that way. And like this guy is going to be a challenge no matter what, but I feel like at some point I figure it out. But not there. Didn't figure it out yet. Kind of the opposite. And I know, you know what I might do though? You can eventually tackle that from the other direction, so maybe what I'll do is I'll give that a shot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let that guy get a little bit of distance. Then when I hook around and hit this guy, got a beat before I need to worry about him. There we go. Now, I don't know how much of a deliberate choice it was to make, like, Lost Witches of Izalith, the fire area, have this parallel sliding down the thing to the ice area in the game. I don't know. But, there we are. Yeah, so eventually we're going to make our way down there. I think there's like a lot of like ice crabs. Can you go? I hesitate to do that. I imagine that would be like an instant death. But yeah, we can make our way into these structures, I believe. Maybe not. I genuinely thought there was a way in over here, and then you could work your way around. Back to the other side where that guy who murdered us the last couple times was. I thought there was a way to immediately approach it from the other direction, but maybe not. Okay, so let's give it another try. I'm gonna see what happens if I just run by everybody. I mean, they're so slow that I'm hoping they lose track of me, or I'm dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I can't fast roll with this, can I? No. That is a problem. Huh. In that case, I guess we're going back to the other weapon. Can I fast roll with this thing? No. I want to keep that shield. That thing is a behemoth and I like it. So there we go. Alright, let's see if this gives us problems not being able to overhead chop these things. Okay, the sweep still works. That's good. The way I struggle with crystal lizards, I was nervous that I would also struggle with, yeah, with that, with these things crawling on the ground.
There is nothing forlorn about you. You must be the other Ash, I suppose. Oh, finally, you have come. Oh, wondrous Ash, grant us our wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame. And you have only to show her. You are Ash, are you not? Is it not fire that you seek? Surely you have seen the rot that afflicts our world, but that which fooled the good father and buried the flame. After we had all made up our minds, too. So, please, grant us one wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her.
Okay, so you're getting a little bit of an idea of what's going on here, right? You know, the guy who brought us here is like, you need to destroy this place. You know, he was the one out in the cathedral, and he sort of gave us the rip of cloth that teleported us here in the beginning. The lady is going to make the argument, why can't you just leave us alone? It's a pretty typical argument. It's like, hey, you know, we're not hurting anybody. It's like World 5 and Demon Souls. But in that case, World 5 and Demon Souls was a bunch of outcasts. They were cast off. They were, you know, they had nowhere to go, and they had sort of formed their own little thing. This place is her wanting to just have a little pocket away from all the awfulness going on in the rest of Dark Souls 3. but there is such a cost. And these poor people are suffering from it. Like, there is no free lunch, right? There is no perfect answer. You can't escape all of this in the end, right? You're gonna have to deal with it on some level. And what they're saying is like, look, there's all this rot. These creatures probably shouldn't be alive, but through the universe being a cold, cruel place, they are. And so their existence has to be one of suffering. These guys aren't even attacking me. You can see the guy that was killing me there hanging like a bat. I mean, it's just like an island of Dr. Moreau rot-filled mess. And one that still has some cogent thoughts is like, please, like, kill us. Like, just stop this. She's out of touch. She won't accept what this place is. You have to show her. You have to burn it down. Which, you know, it makes for... Whoops, wrong way. You know, it's a nice, moral conundrum. Right? You know, we've talked about this probably before on some stream or other. You know, when Aaron Sorkin says, you know, your bad guys have to be able to stand at the pearly gates and make the argument of why they did what they did and believe it. You know, it can't be like, yeah, no, I guess I get why I was awful. Like, they have to believe that they had a moral justification for what they were doing, and it makes for more interesting antagonists. And I believe that's what's being done pretty effectively here. You've got, I'm terrible remembering the names, but I guess it's Ariandel. Who runs this place, and you know, again, trying to make a pocket of refuge. And I don't want to say she's unaware of the cost. My guess is that she's going to be aware of the cost, but it's just like, what are you going to do? Maybe not, but... So again, we're sort of making our way through this town here. Oh, crap. Which is, like, you know, you could argue it's a little painted worldish from the original where you had to make your way around the buildings. This feels a little less intricate. I think I got what I needed to get over here, but let me just double check just to be safe. Oh, I see. That's on the other side of the gate. Yeah, let's drop down and... Alright, here we go again. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. I didn't expect to die right there. I thought I could take a hit, but I didn't account for the blood loss, so... Alright. 12,000 souls down again, but I don't know if I care at this point. So we're gonna start back up here. So I'm just gonna go with it. We already got that item. So let's start making our way across the bridge. Now, my understanding is, like, I wasn't killing these people because they weren't attacking me, but I feel like at some point, somebody's gonna rally them and say, like, hey, you gotta kill this intruder that's coming up behind you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the awful thing. Oh, he's gonna kill them. So maybe, yeah, these are the more evolved versions of these creatures. And they're trying to get up to the church for whatever reason. And this guy's job is to keep them away. I thought I was going to get a backstab there. Kind of hoping. Ooh. Okay. I mean, not clean. But it will have to do. No. Can't fall off the... Oh, here we go. Like, these things, like, I think that guy, whatever he was trying to attack me with, was just launching his guts at me. Like, I mean, that's the kind of... these poor bastards' kind of existence they're experiencing. Like, they just... Now, I couldn't tell, were those barrels actually black powder, and had I launched a bomb at them, would they have exploded? That's something they did in Dark Souls 2. I don't think they ever did that in Dark Souls 1. It was definitely a thing in Dark Souls 2, though, and I've never seen it since. It was only in one or two places, I think, in Dark Souls 2, if I remember. Oh, no, no, yeah, we can. I think I should be able to get back up. There we go. I mean, I'll take the rest of gold coins. I never use them. Shoot. Nope. Oh, this is what they do in Dark Souls 1. I thought I rolled through it. Game disagrees. Disagrees hard. All right. Feel bad. I don't feel bad actually. At the time of this recording, there's a Darkland stream that went up that talked about how recently been let go from my position, been laid off, etc., and I was really disappointed on some level, on almost every level. I mean, I really like my job, etc., and yeah, but I get like job offers for like AI stuff, like help train our models on like how to edit. I'm like, I don't think you get, like, I can't do that. I can't help train AI models on how to do my job for money. I don't know. Yeah. I was trying to shortcut it. You can't. I was trying to I guess I could. Trying to figure out how to get back up to the roof. And get back up to the top bridge. That sneaky. Anyway, so like, and some people, some of the places I look at for this stuff, they really push that kind of opportunity pretty hard. And they're probably all using AI to deliver the jobs regardless, but I just can't do it. Just can't do it. Now, how did I get up to the roof? And so one just came through, and I just have to ignore it because I can't. I don't know what, I mean, I do know what the right thing, I mean, can't stop other people from doing what they're going to do. But yeah, like the job offers will be like, 40, 50, 60 bucks an hour to like review AI edits and give them feedback on what's going on. I'm like, whoa. Can I do it from here? It's like one of those jokes. It's like, is AI going to destroy the planet? Yes. But is it also going to put everybody out of work in the process? Also, yes. You know, it's just like, okay. So how did I get onto those roofs? I must have gone in somewhere. But you can't get in these doors. They only open from the other side. There's no way across. Felt like you start up there, though, and work your way down. And then you climb up. Oh. Yeah, you climb up that tower to get to the bridge. Oh, or is it that one to get to the bridge? Maybe. Don't recall a ladder in here, but maybe I'm misremembering. A ladder going up. This is the ladder you come up after you kill that tough fight under the bridge. You come up through here. You talk to him. He's like, please end our suffering. You go into this building for bonfire. Was it hooking around here? I thought maybe it was. I thought this was not part of that chain, but maybe it is because I never really got to a point where I could shortcut it. No. Oh, yeah, okay. But there is a... Yeah, we can get this finally. Not if I miss! Oh, son of a gun. Probably have an item that'll get me back to a bonfire, and that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll lose 5,000. Anyway, I mean, you know, I don't have anything insightful to say about anything, but But there it is. Nope, not him. That guy. So I'm not like fighting that thing with any real skill. I'm just kind of... Thank you, Matt. I'm just unga-bunga-ing it into next week. And I like the evolution. You can see, like, here we get the bounce off the shields. You know, you get a big bounce off the shield. And in Elden Ring, they decided to turn that into, like, a type of riposte, which, for idiots like me who can't parry, it was godsend. Really added an extra dimension to big weapons. No, that wasn't worth it. I mean, you know, it's fine, whatever, but wasn't worth it. But now we can say we did it. So, there's that. Not to depress myself entirely, I did see an article today, and I don't know if it was on like Yahoo Financial. I don't know if that's just an aggregate of a bunch of articles, and some of them are like conspiracy theory level of reporting, but they were talking about how like the number of layoffs that have occurred recently are approaching the numbers seen like during the Great Recession, I guess, of 2008. And so guess we'll see what happens. I was very, very fortunate in 2008. A lot of industries were hit hard, and I managed to get through it. So I've always been very grateful for that fact, and yeah. Now, can I get in that door? Can I drop down something? So, like, and not that I'm like a necessarily a financial expert. This one, That one felt self-inflicted because we just let banks be assholes, and lo and behold, they fucked everything up. This one... I guess we're letting the government and media industries be assholes. So I guess we're always letting somebody be assholes. And I was going to say this one feels a little more self-inflicted, but then when I thought about 2008, I'm like, that was kind of self-inflicted too. You know, and I think what we're seeing now is, after I said I'm not a financial expert, then I say a bunch of dumb things for 5 minutes. You know, in 2008, like, you know, the bankers are just like, fuck, we need to trade something. It's like they're like coke-fueled shit is like, I'm slowing down. I need something. Because there's not enough to... Like, we need to create a bubble because we have to create bubble levels of profit at all time. I don't know what the rationale is, but you know, after, you know, being at my company and all the letters that came out saying, hey, you know, today's going to be a tough day, but we're creating shareholder value. You know, just like, oh my God, like you got to, one, stop putting that in the letters to the people that are about to be impacted potentially by a layoff. Two, you know, like, fuck, it's like such, like we actually make it legally required for companies to be focus only on the short-term goals, short-sightedness. You know, because you look at it and like, you know, at the time it's recording of the Warner Brothers, somebody's going to get Warner Brothers, and the head of Warner Brothers is going to make out like a bandit. The payouts that he's going to get are unreal. He's getting paid for the company no longer existing. Like that was what, that's what the tenure ended with. You know, maybe it wasn't I don't know, but like, but that's what the end result is. So, congrats. Like, you know, like, what are we doing? And you know, all these mega mergers they don't have to be pursued. We use the word inevitable incorrectly a lot of the time, but because they don't know of another way to immediately do shareholder value. So, I don't know. And since that's the only metric that seems to matter at this point, seems like, you know, we've just essentially created a giant doom spiral. Which is, of course, a lot of people, when they make the late-stage capitalism jokes, that's what they're talking about. How the fun jewels do I get up? How do I get back there? How did I do this? I thought I came from over there. I don't know why I'm having such difficulty figuring this out. Is it the ladder on the other side? Is that the way? Like, do I have to go through there to get to the other side of this building? Is there no other way to get there? So basically, is it a requirement to deal with this guy? And the answer might be yes. Getting greedy. Nope, nope. God damn. Okay, so I thought I was done dealing with this guy, but maybe I have to get through and then to the left, because there's a ladder straight in front of me to go back to the right. But I don't recall having to go to being able to go to the left. Anyway, not to go off on rants. You know, we try not to talk about that kind of stuff here, but it does get frustrating sometimes. I just don't see anything over there. But you know what? Let me just double check just to be safe. do something. Can't tank that shit. Getting greedy. All right, there we go. So yeah, there is somehow I want to get over to this platform, but I don't think I can do it from here. I thought this was just the way to get to where I came from. Thought this was a dead end. And the main reason why, like, you know, this doom spiral shit makes me incredibly sad or whatever. Not that I'm necessarily going to be right, but it's that I've got kids, and I feel like the degree to which we have screwed stuff up from one to the next feels higher this time than my parents to us or my grandparents to my parents. You know, like, I feel like some of those you could argue maybe they didn't even screw it up. Maybe they got better. But woof. For what I feel like the next generation is getting handed. It almost feels criminal. And it probably should be criminal a lot of the time. Whoa. Trying to be clever with this post. I'm sure it's working. Okay, well that... Again, that is what we in the Souls community call bullshit. Okay, so I know at least... Man. I'm actually tempted to, Oh, oop. Like, it would make sense that you gotta kill the guy and then get to somewhere and then go from there. But going into this building didn't seem to matter. But I'll try it again, because it seems like it's the kind of thing that would, but there wasn't a way out of here that I saw. Like if there was like a ladder to get up to the next floor. feel like there's a logic to this path, but, this just drops me back down, so it's not that. That's a dead end. That's just the front door, so Jesus, how do I not see how to get to the next place? Can I... You know what we're gonna do? Hand in those ashes. Okay, let's hand the. I mean, I just need to break. I need a break. I need to step back for a sec.
Gracious, let I only.
And try and understand. I'm missing something. I did something one time that I'm not doing now, and I don't know what it is. So let me figure that out. Refined gem, a washing pole, katana. I mean, I imagine at this point. I mean, this is kind of cool looking armor, but it's heavy. So at the end of the day, I just don't know. I don't know what to spend my money on besides levels. Yeah. Okay.
Action 1.
I feel like whatever armor choices I make, 90% of the time it's just going to be like, just to have something on fashion souls wise. Like I don't really care what my armor is, and I'm probably not going to set, maybe if I go back and do the Storm Ruler boss or whatever, maybe that's just as simple as you got to go stand there, tank everything. Yeah. No, I come around that way. Oh. So you can't, something just dropped down on me. Oh my goodness, I can't believe. All right. That was so dumb. I apologize. That was so stupid. That was also stupid, but at least now I know how to get back up. Yeah, I can't believe I just kept writing that path off. I mean, that was it. I kept writing that path off, so now I know not to write that path off. Okay. Now, is there a way to... There we go. Even the way they just kind of flop down, it's tragic. Is there any reason to go this way? I feel like I probably did this already, but like, was there a ladder I missed to kick down? I don't believe so. I'm gonna have to do this again, but I want to see what's in this building really quickly. I mean, I know this is the bonfire, but this ledge around the end I wanted to check out, because I remember seeing that last time I was inside. And this is gonna come around the other side of the wall. Okay, and I think there was a plank. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, let me, this is gonna be ugly. Toxic, okay. Oh, there's this, yeah, Gale's outfit right there. Now the question is, does this get us anything? We want that one to be open. I might not be able to cure toxic. Clever, adding that touch of delay. that second drop down enemy. Yeah, eventually we're going to try and make our way down there, and that's where the branches lead to that we were trying earlier. Okay, that's where I got burned last time. Let me go this way just to... The end goal is to open that gate. I'm going to have to deal with this building here. And if memory serves, they do not make it easy for you. There's a bit of business down in this building. In order to get that door open. I don't know if it's better to drop down, or can we just... Oh, fuck you. Alright, let me see if I can get this gate open at least. There might not be another way into the building. That might be... Oh, no. Okay, you just take the ladder. Okay. Still might not be another way into the building, but at least you can have the ladder. Shortcut's open, so we don't have to worry about scaling the rooftops anymore. But I don't think you can open this door from this side. Oh, no, you can. Getting a lot wrong here. I was gonna say, I was like, oh, there's just one, but I was like, that's not what made this difficult. I remember there being multiples. I'm not getting... Not getting backstabs on that guy. Now, I think there's a second one of those guys and a sword. I thought I was taking... Oh no, it may have just been him. Okay. Fuck. I mean, that was inevitable, but still. At least we made some progress. I never get too disparaged by the bang your head against the wall aspect of this game. As long as I can eventually see some tangible forward progress. Like, I just can't do... You know, besides, like, the first Demon Souls, when I never played one before, and I needed to get good, I spent, like, you know, 11 hours, I think, on the opening 1-1 world, and that's fine. But I can get frustrated. You know, I think it took me 7 hours to beat the final boss of the Elden Ring DLC. Like, that's crazy. Right? Like, I guess, to be fair, I sort of girded my loins for that a little bit. I knew, like, okay, this is going to take a while. Just buckle up. This is what we're doing. Come on. All right, get out. There we go. Okay, so I lost 16,000 souls. I wasn't able to get that back. I was not able to get one at a time, which I was able to do last go around. That was disappointing. Oh, I was still on the kukri when I was trying to heal. Okay, that might have been a problem. Let's try that again. I feel like it takes me longer to get my stamina. I mean, it's not literally true, but I feel like I'm able to get more swings out against, like, this guy than I am the faster one that we fight first. It's almost like the attacks of the other kind drop more stamina. Why not? Fuck. Fucking camera is not doing me any favors. I mean, it's my own fault for not trying to retreat tactically, but Jesus, that was a train wreck. All right, let's try it again. Oh, did I not get 15? I thought I was at 15 Estus, but maybe I missed one somewhere, or maybe I just did the math wrong. God damn it. The interesting thing is, like, I don't even need... you know what? Can I just sort of just make a run into that building. Like, I don't need to kill those things. Like, I mean, I got to kill that one to get up the hill, but to get into the building, can I just climb up the roof, drop down, get whatever I might need to get item-wise, and then just never deal with it again? Feels like the answer to that should be yes. The other thing, it seems like the guy with just the razor claws, those attacks don't seem to bounce off my shield the way the rapier guy does. Not sure that's interesting in any way, but it does seem that way at least. Alright, so let's can I kill him in one shot? No. Total whiff. Or anything else in here? No, there's one on the rafters, one on the floor. Okay. That was humiliating, though. Oh, man. I wonder if I could have... If I dropped a kukri on him, could I have lured him a little closer? At least you can get a backstab on that guy. Like, I don't... I keep feeling like I should be able to get a backstab on the other guy, and I don't. So we might do this in 2 runs. First one, get the item on the ground, die. Second, or do I go for the rafters? Could I get the rafters from here? Not worth it. That's also not worth it, because I'm not a miracle person, but at least now I know.
I've seen your kind, time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
Whoa.
My lady, I swore an oath, but I have failed you. Lady Elfrida.
I guess Elfrida's the lady that, well, it's called Ashes of Ariandel, though. I mean... Because Elfrida's a name that sounds familiar from what Matt was doing with Simbram.
I believe I feel the scent of ash upon thee. Thou art the one of whom Uncle Gale spoke, the one to show me flame. 'Tis good. When this is done, may I return. The door is open thanks to thee. 'Tis good. I'll head off to paint. I promised Uncle Gale I would. 'Tis good. The door is open.
So yeah, I guess I'm not quite remembering how the lore works, which, again, I hope Matt and I can get to this, because... You know, Uncle Gale is the one who sent us here to sort of burn it all down. She seems happy with that. Or, I mean, you know, she seems open to like, yeah, okay, yeah, I need to know that, right? So I'm not quite sure I've got the story straight. I mean, nothing beats Havel's Great Shield, you know? It's just... an absolute beast. I stupidly thought I was not that far from the, from the main boss fight of all this, but apparently I'm not even in the ballpark. Because, yeah, now that I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, yeah, there was this whole other area, and of course, obviously, there's the way down below, but you don't have to do that to get to... Like, I think everything down there is optional. I do remember this being a bit of a gauntlet, though. It's not easy. Not that these guys are the hardest, but their numbers. And sort of like, okay, he's going to rally. I forgot about that. Oh, shoot. Start clearing some of these guys. Again, thankful for this wide arc. honestly thought I could beat him to the punch there. I guess not. And again, I can't tell if are the prism stones just like a trolling prize. Like, I'm trying to think, like, could I use prism stones anywhere up here that would, like, oh, I'm glad they just gave me some. And I don't believe the answer is yes. I don't know. Yeah, I remember there's a tricky bit down there because there's like some of those Viking guys. Oh, and I just walked right into it. I didn't think it was worth it, though, is what I was about to say. Can I get out of here if I passed him? $32,000 souls. Ugh. Like, in this point, I'm starting to get close to level, so I'm starting to feel a little worse about dying. Like, part of me is almost like, man, do I might need to go get those. Ooh, ooh. I think there's another way to approach that area. And part of me wants to try it, but part of me, and I think when you try it this other way, I don't know if there's a collapsing platform like the first one had, which helps. And it lets you sort of take on take this guy on first. At the same time, I feel like we're pretty close to where we are trying to go, the main path. I'm tempted because there might be another shortcut in the works, so I'm tempted to do that. I actually don't know if Titanite chunks still help much. Kidding me? Here we go. I'm glad this is up and running. So if we want to, we can go back and deal with those Vikings. Can we? I think. Maybe not. It's a little bit easier. I feel like I just made a big circle. Like I didn't really want to drop down there. Oh shit, I'm gonna go down. Alright. Maybe another 23,000 souls I might lose, because I'm probably not gonna chase after these. Alright, is there anywhere else we can go just to do our due diligence? Doesn't seem to be. That's where we're trying to get to, I think. So it is the same church. This all feels like the same. Yeah, when they rally like that, can they actually get to me, though? He's found a way. makes me nervous just how many wolves might be left. Shit, I didn't get either. Oh, whoa, 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 don't chase, don't chase. Ah. Got lucky. Alright, I'll take lucky. Now, I think there's going to be some tough obstacles blocking our path at some point along this way. There's one. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, what happened there? Because they explode after they... I don't think I need to deal with this guy, though, now that I'm... Okay. I'm kind of curious how I mentally handle the ringed city kind of stuff, because I don't love chunks of it. And I'm good, like I'm ready for this to be done. So we'll have to see how much of a giant baby I turn into. How much can I sprint past? Because I don't want to... Probably not much. I'm going to start throwing javelins at me. Fuck you. Kept banging my sword against the rocks. All right. Although I feel like I'm starting to get the path down a little bit, and it does seem like I can run past most of it, so that's good. Because I don't want to deal with anything. Like I said, I'm turning at the moment into a slight little bitch boy. Alright, can I go buy these guys? Do I need to... What's down there? And then even after all that, like, it's still not like you made it. It's then there's like a whole cathedral. You know, just trying to get to the next shortcut, and they're not playing around. These things are actually surprisingly hard because they obviously swarm you. Maybe they can also toxic you or something, but for some reason I remember this being a little tricky. I guess that's bleed. Oh, shit. Shit. Wasn't at full health. I don't know if that would have stopped it, but. All right. I wonder if I'm taking like a bit of a circuitous route there. Do it? Can I just beeline past everybody? Probably not, but... Oh, shit. Shit! Going for it. Didn't make it. Might explode. Are they still coming? Ooh, you're still... Alright. That was... that was insane. All right, nice. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh. Miyazaki, you son of a bitch. You almost had me. Now, there's a couple ways you can go. You can drop down, and I think you take some damage. I'm sure there's stuff down there that's worth getting. I think it's optional, though. Just looking for shortcuts. That's basically why I'm proceeding forward.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel. I am Frida. I have long stood beside our blessed Father and the rest of the forlorn. But forlorn thou seemeth not. Ashen One, I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world. But thy duty is all, and thy duty lieth elsewhere. Return from whence thou camest. I presume it visible to thee. The bonfire, here in this room. A meek and faded thing, but 'twill guide thee nonetheless. Ah, yes, there is a thing thou shouldst by rights possess. Ours is a chance encounter, to be sure, but perhaps it was meant to be. Let this be a remembrance of this cold world, a thing to help thee bear thy duty.
Chillbite ring, okay.
Now, return from whence thou camest. Thou'st a place in that world, and that alone is cause to rejoice. Be forewarned, eager Ash. Should this world wither and rot, even then would Ariandel remain our home. Leave us be, Ashen One. Sweep all thought of us from thy mind, as thy kind always have. Leave us be, Ashen One. Sweep all thought...
Okay, so you see, she makes the argument like, look, even if the outside world goes down the toilet, they would be okay. And so she's like, you know, you gotta leave us alone. We need to be able to be all right. And she's even like, you know, so why don't you take off? You're good. You know, in fact, I'll make it worth your while. Here's a ring. But, you know, as Gale is saying, you got to burn this place down. It can't be a respite from the end of the world. I don't know if it's entirely because he understands the suffering outside, or if it's because they don't think there should be, like, you know, everybody should be subject to the fate of how the world's ending. I'm not sure. Again, I really hope that Matt and I can do enough bonfire walk with me to get to these places. So now basically what I've done is I've unlocked the shortcut from the original bonfire straight to I don't need lightning. Frost will be helpful. Curse probably will be helpful. I forget what happens in the fight. But yeah, she's like, go home. You're good. I thought... But now that we've done that, let's head back downstairs. Pretty low risk item collection, just in case some of this stuff in that lower blood level is worth acquiring. Nope, nope, nope. You're gonna chase after him, aren't you? Oh, that's gonna... I don't have a torch ready to go, so let me... there you go. Can't fast roll with any. What happens if I drop this? I'm not doing anything with it. Still can't fast roll. Is the other torch lighter? Oh yeah, significantly. Okay, can I fast roll with that? I can. Okay. Hopefully it has the same effect. I mean, hopefully it's as effective is what I should be saying. So yeah, let's see what we got down below. Yep, nice advice. I don't even think I care what... Let me just see if I can grab the stuff and go. Wilhelm's stuff. Okay, I think Wilhelm was the guy that, Oh, but you know what? I probably want to turn that crank. Okay, so let's, Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. Okay. I guess I need to be a little careful. Yeah, let's give it another shot because I am curious what that crank does. I wonder if it helps to clear, like, do these guys drop down and add to the pile below? Accurate range is pretty high, long. I see guys crawling in the distance. I didn't feel like I was that close to them. I don't remember which post. I'm sure it's on the far side of all of that, and I need to... Good sound design. Fuck you. There we go. No, 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 no. I thought I rolled. Okay, slowly but surely. All right. Hanging in there. There's the post. Oh, but what's this? Is it just decorative? Yeah. This might not have been optional. I mean, in Painted World of Ariandel, there's like one of these posts in the pinwheel skeleton room that requires you to turn a handle to get the shortcut going. So yeah, I might have needed to do that to, open up the path to the shrine, underneath the shrine or whatever.
As ashes will be, ever seeking fire.
So we just tipped our hand that we're not going to go gently into that goodnight. She gave us the chance to leave. We did not accept it. So be it, so to speak. That's how I read it. Yeah, in my head, this was an optional area. It is not. So for all intents and purposes, we have made our way through this portion of the level to the main boss. You know, obviously we have not done the path downwards, but we've gotten to the point where we can shortcut all of it. Let's rest up here. Let's see what she has to say now that we've done that. Interesting that we can summon Gale even though we're not...
Leave us be, sweep all thought.
We are not embered out, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look. Not that. We need 57,000 souls to level. Do I have 30,000 souls? 36,000 souls? I probably do. So let's get a level out of this. Okay, that'll do it without having too many souls in the bank. Because we are about to go face first into one of the tougher fights in Dark Souls 3.
Ashen, what thou wish, then call. I am of thousand. Very well, then take.
Now, I think in this case I was working on vitality for equipment load because I can't wear any clothes. So I might shoot to get that up to 30 because my goal is to be able to... I can fast roll with this, but can I fast roll? Let me get rid of this. Let me put this back on here. Question is, can I fast roll with this weapon? That's the goal. Havel shield this weapon. I don't think so. I feel like my gait is a little slower. And that's going to sort of tip your hand like, hey, you don't need to really check the roll. You can just assume you can't do it. Now, the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm kind of curious. I've gotten some chunks. I don't think I have any flasks. Oh, I do. There you go, 15. Okay, I had it on me and I just didn't do it. Okay, so I'm just curious, do I have anything that's worth... Profaned Greatsword. Dragon Tooth is scale. Got a ton of Twinkling Titanite. I'm sure I could get this almost to the Titanite slab portion of the... It's a nice entertainment, but I don't know if any of it's worth it, but I'm just curious, was there something that I could have played around with? I don't know if the Profaned Greatsword works against a lot of bosses in ways you might not expect. But yeah, I think I maxed out the main weapons I want to work with.
Careful.
So I don't know how, I mean, I've done this boss before. It's not easy. I'm going to take all the help I can get. I'm happy to take Gale into the fight. Feel bad bringing a person in because I'm going to be terrible. Okay, they'll be summoning... Okay, that's a story thing. That's okay. I'm going to be terrible, but if they're willing to sunlight bro it, I'm happy to take their help. But it's going to... I just feel bad because I'm going to go in there, I'm going to get killed in 10 seconds, and then I would have wasted their time. All right, let's see what happens.
Flickering once again. Not enough blood yet shed. My flail. Bring me my flail. Ah, Frida. What stops thine ears? Please, my flail. Right away. Bring Frida to me, please. Canst thou not see the flame flickering once again? Soon will it surge. I can see it, feel it.
Fret not, Father. We have no need of thy flail. 'Tis only the flame quivering at misguided ash. Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff out these ashes for good.
So this is the perfect storm of stupid. The guy is stuck behind the fog gate, so so he can't get in, but the fight's harder because I've got help.
Return from whence thou
Let me try
camest.
try this again without being so bad.
Place of belonging.
Hopefully the guy's willing to jump in again, even though now he knows like I'm past that cutscene and maybe I won't screw it up. Gale is going to come in, I think, in phase 2 of the fight. This is one of the rare times where you're dealing with a 3-phase fight. I don't know if I can remember any even from like Elden Ring. I don't know if that's a human. I was hoping to bring this guy back in. All right, let's do this again. Here we go. There we go. Now they make their way in. And I just go down in 3 seconds. Oops. There we go. Let's get our bearings. Now, I gotta say, Matt really likes this fight. I think some people would argue, like, oh, 3 phases? That's kind of bullshit. It's a good duel. But the 3rd phase gets crazy. It goes back to being a duel. It gets nuts. So could you make the argument that, like, he chooses, like, you know, we're not the flame that burns the place down. He actually does it out of concern for Sister Frida to bring her back. This is where Gale comes in. Lose? Oh, no, he's still there. Okay. Back. So I feel like Gale is almost a prerequisite for this. You need... Oh shit, I gotta be careful. Get out of here. Get. Phase 2 is done. Oop, sorry, just banged my mic. Phase 2 is done. We got the Titanite slab for that. You think you're all good to go, right? No. But yeah, Gale is... Now she's supercharged. Almost Melania level in Elden Ring. But having Gale helps. Like, the last time I beat this, I did not have human help, I just had Gale. And it was enough to take pressure off. But otherwise, you can see, even like, you know, 3 of us, we're not doing a ton of damage. Back. Very nice. Gentlemen, thank you. Was that a little cheap? Yeah, but it's so... I don't know. Maybe other people don't feel this way. I like I said, I've beaten this fight before. I wasn't quite so low. I had Gale, which was, I feel... It's legit because it's part of the story. I don't know what this other fire is, though. To travel to, like, Dreg Deep? Oh, this might be... This takes you to... the next DLC. The Dreg Heap, yeah. So I think now... Ooh, this is the next DLC. Can we talk?
Oh, your head's square on your shoulders, is it? I thought that clamoring tin can was the last. But here we go again. What is it you want from this old stone-amped hag? I've nothing for you, not a smithereen. I just like to stand here and take in the view. Well, that came out of nowhere. You think an old stone-amped hag would be brimming with goodies? I've none of that, not a smithereen.
Split-leaf greatsword. Long-handled greatsword that made its way from a distant land, crafted entirely with steel, making it very heavy. I don't know if it's worth it, but,
At the close of the age of fire, all lands meet at the end of the earth. Great kingdoms and anemic townships will be one and the same. The great tide of human enterprise, all for naught. That's why I'm so taken by this grand sight. This must be what it's like to be a god. Oh, if you just can't stop yourself, at least hear this. Far below, there's a deep, dark hole carved out of a tree. From time to time, voices brim from the depths of the cavity even now. Mutterings of the very demon that Prince Lorien spoke of, I'm sure. Horrible sounds of an afflicted thing, yet cursing men. At the close of the great kingdom, there...
So yeah, I think...
At least...
I think this is the beginning of the Ring City, the second DLC. And you can sort of see, you know, I think we talked about it. I found, like, I don't like playing parts of it. Parts of it are really frustrating. You can see way off in the distance, like, buildings, if you look right of her shell, are sliding down the hill in the distance. But yeah, like, we've reached sort of the end of time, in a way, and everything is collapsing. Some buildings are managing to stay upright still, but for the most part, everything's just collapsed upon itself. But we're not quite there yet. Let's, travel to the Firelink Shrine. We still have the lower level to do in, Ariandel's DLC. And also, there's, like, a few people we should probably try and talk to. Last time we needed about 57,000. This should be enough to get us another
Ashen thou, then call. I am a thousand.
level of vitality. Now, I don't know if 25 is going to be enough.
Mayst thou thy peace.
We don't need more than 50 strength, you know, so I don't know what else we might put it in. I guess health. No, I'm sorry, that's what I want, because I just want to test. There we go. Is that Havel's shield? Let me just double check. Havel's great shield and the axe. Okay, so we can go any combo of weapons that we want. And we're good to go. Not the chapel. It's not Sister Frida. It might be the mountain pass. Let's try the mountain pass. We'll go see. Maybe it is Sister Frida's. I think there's somebody. We're not quite done with the main path, and there's still the optional path. We're going to tackle that. At least take a look. You know, this isn't meant to be like a 100% playthrough kind of thing. Just kind of curious if she was still here. Okay, we might let me check the chapel. I guess I could have busted out the Karthus flame arc. I don't know how much difference it would have made, but that goes into the like blood sewer area. I thought there was a way to get outside and go upstairs. Like, I thought there was maybe like a top floor to this chapel. I don't think there's actually any reason to be back in here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There is a ladder. I don't know why I had so much trouble seeing that. There's a message right at its base. It's almost embarrassing.
I can hear the fire crackle, and soon I will see it. My thanks, Ashen One. I will finish the painting of a cold, dark, and very gentle place, so that it might make a home for someone someday. My thanks, Ashen One. I will finish the painting of a cold, dark, and very gentle place, so that it might make a home for someone someday.
All right, so yeah, she's gonna do the magic painting. It's not gonna save these people. So I think, you know what, let's Okay, so I didn't need to come back here, but one, I just wanted a little bit of a break again, and two, I was just kind of curious what weapon you get from... Oh, you know what? I think this person's actually gone. Since we've done all 5. Can I actually still... I just want to see what the weapon is, or whatever it is you get from Sister Frida. Because if it's, I think it's going to be some kind of scythe, I imagine. Maybe some kind of dark magic. And if it's something I'm probably never going to use, Frida's Great Scythe. So you need magic, you need faith. I don't have either of those. Is there anything else? Rose of Ariandel. Oh, that's the flail, probably. Okay. Because in that case, Life Hunt Scythe. But that's Aldrich. So yeah, I don't think I need Ariandel's Soul, but I don't know if it's going to give me enough to get to 60,000. Ooh, what do I got going on in terms of my inventory? Nope, not that one. Kind of burned big stuff. So I'm going to hold off for now. This is kind of where I want to be in terms of my soul stash. As I start heading down. So let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can make our way down the tree. It's again very much like the descent into Ash Lake, where you can probably take different paths down the branches to collect items. There we go. Oh, did he heal up? Oh, come on, man. No healing in baseball. Yeah, see, you don't heal. That's the whole point of a duel. You don't heal. Trying to be a little clever. That's okay. All right. Now again, I'm old school. I don't know if this is what the current way this works is, but yeah, if I get into a duel like that, some player versus player combat, I'm not healing. I respect the process. I respect the history of it all too much to go that route. So I don't feel like I necessarily lost that duel. I made the choice not to heal because, again, I'm old school. But yeah, it did seem like he tried to get me to the edge. To see if he could knock me out. I assume that's what he was trying to do. You know, maybe I like narrowly avoided it, but oh shit! Just like working, stay on target. I can't hold it, stay on target, and then just dive right off the. I mean, come on, man, just go straight off the ledge. You didn't need to like fake right, go left on that. You just walk straight, man. Let's try that again. I don't know why. I mean, maybe I hit the stick wrong. I don't know, but I thought I was like just inching forward, right ahead. What are you gonna do? Let's try that again. Now it's clearly like aping the descent down the tree into Ash Lake, but is there any reason to do it that way? Like, is it... Like, again, I don't know the lore. So I've mentioned before, I have a crippling fear of heights. It carries over to make-believe video games. Now I missed what created that noise. Something... It's probably somebody's shooting one of those super bows that explode on impact, so... I wonder if that's actually true. Yeah, I didn't think so. I was going to say that didn't sound right, but maybe I'm just misremembering. Okay, so we've got this. We can cut over here, which is going to take us down to that branch, if we can survive whatever the incoming arrows are. You know, and they do some stuff like this late in Elden Rings. I think in the levels that... Oh, shit. That lead to Millennia? Sorry, I keep... You have to go down the Erd tree. And I didn't mind it there. And there it's like, you know, there's a bunch of like bubble priests and giant ants, and there's a lot to navigate. Okay, so we got here. So where next? Where are we going? As I try and stay on the move. Let's go this way and see if this gets us anywhere. It will. As long as I don't just stand there and take it. Oh, Dark Souls. You piece of shit. Again, combines all the tedium of the tree down to Ash Lake with the frustration of the Silver Knights getting into Anor Londo. Mwah, chef's kiss. Alright, so let's try that again. So now I'm looking over there at the other side of the... I know I made my way... Somehow you gotta get down and then come back up, because I don't think, you know, if you're looking... So, straight ahead, you know, you've got the tall ladder right behind my head. I don't think you can get up that platform and descend down. I think you have to get to the bottom somehow, and that's how you get back up. I just don't recall how to do that. Anyway. Alright, let's see how this goes. Can I just sort of shoot the gap here a little bit? Let me try. Oh. Yep, I was gonna say that. I knew that was coming, and it completely slipped my mind. Okay, so let's give that a shot. Hopefully that lets us skip a few things. And again, the items, I genuinely don't know if I care. You know, I've got Titanite slabs. I've got one in the bank for beating the second Sister Frida's section. So even if I even if I were looking to explore a new weapon, which I think I've got what I need to get to the end. I don't know what they could offer me that I would be like, oh shit. You know, I've got plenty of embers. I've been fortunate enough not to need too many of them as we've gone. Okay, so let's see if we can somehow fight this. There we go. All right. I mean, not perfectly clean, but clean enough. Now, is there another guy? Yeah. Okay. Oh, shit. I was gonna say, mostly I'm just trying to get down. So you saw, I don't know if you were able to see it in the bedlam as I was sort of trying to rotate my camera down that last turn. There was another Viking archer right there. That was right in front of me, and just took the hit. I mean, I've said this a million times. I really want to talk to Matt about this because, you know, as we've gone over, he loves this stuff. I'd be curious how much he loves it playing it again, or if he just like being immersed in the lore one more time is the thing. I'd be curious, like, okay, you know, lore aside, Matt, what do you think of the play though? Like like this section here, like, I mean, for real. What'd you think? I mean, of course, this is completely optional. Do I even need to? That was a gamble. Didn't pay off. I was trying to see, like, could I jump the gap? But then could I use the wall of the mountain to stop me from overshooting the branch? Turns out I hit something before I even got there and it didn't let me make the jump. Okay. 'Cause I gotta say, there's something about this being a little optional that's making me think, what am I doing? What if I just do this? Shit. Any other path I can... Whoa. So, yeah, there's the guy that got me last time. Can't seem to get up onto... Like, he's hitting... So let me see if I can go forward. And then can I drop down? Oh, shit. Shit. God damn. Okay, so first and foremost, let me see something really quickly. Do I have like some kind of cat's grace kind of ring? Something that breaks falls? Because I'm curious, if I had had more health, would I have survived that fall last time? I don't know if I do. All right. What are you gonna do? Maybe it's a ring I could have bought and I just never did. I'm really wary of how close you have to get to the edge there to get the prompt to descend down the rope bridge. Basically, I just want the fastest, shortest, whatever route down. I don't want to deal with anything. I don't want to work for it. I just want to go. It's too tedious for me. right, now is there anything can I go back? Taking, oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna max out my health. I'm gonna try and go forward a little bit and then drop down one level here. Fuck you. I tried to tank it and then I realized I gotta get out of here and it was too much. Must be tricky to balance these difficulties, right? You know, because they're not going to give you difficulty sliders. And they, you know, have a certain, like, toolbox available to them, but, you know, how they combine them can be either like, oh, that's a really interesting encounter, or it's just the most irritating bullshit in the history of video games. Like, I don't think anybody loves that run up to get into Anne Orlando. Like, I don't think people, you know, they learn to parry the guy, they learn, you know, they get it, but I don't think anybody was thinking like, oh man, I remember that first time. It was like magic. You know, I think it's always like, F that. It was the worst. And I hope it, you know, burns to the ground. Like, I don't think anybody sits there going, oh yeah. And then they've just sort of made the exact same headache here. What it also does is it also exposes frauds like myself. Like, you know, Matt, you know, as much as he talks about like, oh, I'm just going to unga bunga it, like, he also is a good player. You know, like, he can do Sekiro a little bit. I can't do Sekiro. Fuck me. Can I get behind him? Trying to see, can I go down a different way? Nope. There we go. Can I survive that? I can. Hell yeah. Bonfire right there. Let's go for it. Ooh. There we go. Let's rest up. There we go. All right. I'm the worst. We got giant ice crabs. And then we also have multiple ice crabs. Okay. Now the question is, Basically, I was about to say the question is it enough just to get by them? They gave you a homeward bone, and I feel like that's a deliberate choice. Like maybe they mean for you to just go for it. Snap freezes the spell, okay. I mean, I could see that being the whole point of this route. Nope. Okay. Doesn't matter either way. I'm curious where if I think I hit at like the shrine. So do I resuscitate back at the shrine because that's where I was almost completed the homeward bone, or does it put me back here? Okay. All right, so I don't know if there's actually anything more over there. I thought there was like a... Nope. Okay. If both are going to come, then forget it. This is the sort of main path that I remember. But I think what I want to do, I don't know if this is actually right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this. Because I think I'm going to get charged by a pack of wolves. And this will help me sort of clear them out, I hope. I'm going to put on my healing potions, though, just so I don't bunk it up. You can see the wolf over there. Champion's Grave Tender. Oh shit. Oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Pizza. Ah, goddamn, like... Alright, let's see if we can slow this down a little bit here. Obviously getting Sif moves combined with not being able to see, which nobody fucking likes Dark Souls, just so you know. Doing Dark Souls 2, everybody hates it. Do it a little bit in Elden Ring, it's not great there. Fuck me. Fuck me again. Jesus. All right, here we go. I was trying to heal. I'm gonna heal up even though No! No, 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 no. Well played. I got greedy. It wasn't immediately evident just how greedy. I wasn't going in like full swings, but I was like, I'm going to see if I can get away with not healing. I'm going to look for one more opportunity to hit. Turns out I needed more than one opportunity to hit. You know what I'm going to do? I don't know if this will matter. Is there any help to be had here? I'm going to assume not, but, you know. Not sure it'll make all the difference in the world, but it can't hurt. Stay topped off. Fuck you. Ooh. I think I was on the right track. Like, I feel like I was right to focus on the Grave Tender instead of going for the wolf, but just didn't have it. And I think it's do I keep wasting embers? How many do I have? 24. I liked having the extra HP. I feel like that was helping me out there. So I think I'll burn one again. Frost. Do I have everything I can for that? That's pretty good. Nope, that didn't kill him. Well, I might be almost dead. I'm not even paying attention. And I think it would have, you know, if I didn't bounce my sword off the ice wall there, I might have gotten the wolf down and had a chance to realize I was so close to getting dropped, but was not paying attention. So the question is, do I want increase damage absorption when HP is low? Or do I want more frost resist? Let me see. What happens if I do it back here? Is it actually really by the bonfire? Is that where people are gonna... Not that anybody's gonna do anything here, but... My secret hope was for an NPC. I didn't expect, honestly, players. Okay, so I'm not gonna... I don't need to bum rush. Let the wolves come to me a little bit. Should be one more wolf. Okay. Oh shit. I'm gonna get lit up right in the worst moment. Unless it keeps me alive. Fuck you, God. Here we go. Where's the other guy? I wish... I know it's a lot to ask. I wish there was friendly fire, like in this. I wish, like, when that wolf was going apeshit, like, it could take out... Yeah. So this is optional, obviously. And I find it a little bit frustrating. I don't even know what you get for doing this, and I wanted to try and beat it because, I mean, obviously, like, that first run, it's the classic Souls things, right? Like, your first try is always the best, and then the next 3 hours is you never reaching that high again, but you know it's possible, so it keeps you addicted. Now, I wonder, you know, this thing is letting me get a lot of swings in, but would the axe be better because it would... Would it be better because it might stagger this guy? I mean, but this guy's getting staggered from my sword as well, so I don't know if that... Fuck you. That's... Alright, so the problem I have with that is because it took me like an hour and a half to stand up, and then the instant I stood up, I didn't even get a chance to do literally anything. Let me try that with, Let me try it with this weapon. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of a bonus damage from the fire. I don't know if it's enough to make a difference. I will say that Exile Greatsword it's kind of like a comfort, that curved Greatsword. It's a little bit like comfort food. It's just such an easy... It's got a bit of the, like, Bastard Sword swing vibe to it. And, like, Bastard Sword is what I grew up on, so to speak. It was sort of like my main go-to weapon a lot of my early runs. No, come on. This is fucking terrible. That was awful. Holy shit. I mean, I don't want to write off the weapon quite yet, but I tanked that one. That was, and again, I probably said this already, like the range on that axe feels short. I feel like I'm often hitting right in front of them and I'm staggering with like the effect of the weapon, but I'm not landing damage. Where I know people say like the Exile Curved Sword has a short range, but it feels longer. Okay, there we go. Let's see how this works with him. Top off before he can get to me. Come on, finish him off. There we go. Do anything? Nope. Besides, take too long to get me wrecked. Nope. So I think I like the other weapon better. I get one more swing out of it, I think, than this axe. The fire damage is a nice bonus, but I don't think that should be a determining factor either way. But there's just something about that. This curved sword taking less stamina. Granted, I don't even know what my stamina is at this point. Stamina is 30. I mean, probably both of those should be higher. feel like it should be... Is it possible to backstab this guy? Ooh. Well played, sir. Nope, too early. Shit. Too early. Fuck that. Too early, but also fuck that. But I'm not... see what's going on. You can't learn the moves when you can't see. That's part of the frustration I'm having with this. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck you. Okay, so I think... God damn it, another one of these... I think I'm done with this for now. You got to see what's down here. Just don't... part of the problem is I'm ready to be done with this game, and I'm not looking forward to the next part. So what I think I'm going to do is let's call this for now. Let's... Maybe I'll do this at some point, but, like, I don't care about the Storm Ruler. I don't care about this. And I don't care... There's a few things I don't care about. So we're going to stop right here. But here we go. At least we got Ashes of Ariandel mostly done. I'm sorry, suddenly all of a sudden... something just started happening immediately outside. But thank you to everybody who checked this out. We always appreciate it. I'm getting a little annoyed, obviously. But that's Souls, right? That's what it does to you. But overall, still really enjoying this run through. And looking forward to hopefully getting through the last part of this game. And... putting a bow on our Dark Souls 3 run. So, thanks again to everybody who checked this out. If you're watching this on YouTube, obviously you found our channel. Like and subscribe if this is your thing. If we're mainly a tabletop RPG actual play podcast, so if you prefer audio versions of that or our discussion podcast, just search for Black Latch Trivia Night wherever you get your audio, and we should show up. But yeah, thank you to everybody who checks these things out, sticks around, et cetera, et cetera. We really appreciate it. So hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.